Okay, this is what we're going to be making pardon me, today. This is from a channel called Cooking With Anadi, and I saw this recipe about a week ago, I think, or maybe more, and I thought I've got to make that. Well, I've made it today, and it's everything it seems on his video, so head over to Cooking With Anadi, show him some love, and watch my video to see how this is done in an air fryer. It's absolutely delicious. Right, let's get cooking. Right, so this is a recipe that I've got from a cooking channel called Cooking With Anadi, and I've seen some absolutely stunning creations from him in the past, and I saw this and thought I have got to cook it. Now there's a few substitutions. I've got real garlic instead of I've got real onion instead of powdered onion, and I think that's the only difference. I've got some chopped tomatoes which I'm going to put in the processor to make as near as possible to a passata, but otherwise everything else is exactly the same as Anadi's recipe, and it is a Korean crispy chicken recipe done in an air fryer, which pleases me even more. So without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, I'm missing one vital ingredient, the chicken. Right, let's start with a tablespoon of garlic powder, then 1 tablespoon of ground ginger. Now I haven't got onion powder, so I've got half an onion cut as finely as I possibly can get it. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. There's half a teaspoon of salt there. And let's go and get our chicken now. Okay, so there's everything blended together. I can see why the use of onion powder is superior to actual onion here. But let's just toss this and I'll come back. Into here 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar and 2 tablespoons of water. There we go. Now we're going to mix this again, cover it and leave it for a couple of hours. I will have a cup of tea. Just 1 cup of, sorry about my hand being in the way, 1 cup of plain flour, half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of corn flour. Corn flour will give you that crispiness that you're going to be after. Right, I've put a lid on that, and now we're going to make the glaze. Now, the glaze could not be easier. You're putting everything into a saucepan, so I'll do that. Okay, 1/4 of a cup. This was coming out of my cup before I could switch the camera on. There you go, live performance. 2 tablespoons of gochujang sauce, paste, whatever you like to call it. I'll just call it yummy. I'll leave that spoon in there for stirring, I think. Now for our honey. I've got a few of these to put in, so I'll do the rest off camera. Now 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and I'm using a salt reduced soy sauce for this. Then 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. and then some minced garlic. So I'm going to stir all this together. While all this is going on, we're going to bread our chicken. And in we go. Right, you can say hello to my air fryer basket, which I'm now going to line with baking paper. And the breaded chicken I'm going to pop into the basket here for air frying. Now, I don't know how many I'm going to get in here, but it looks like only 4, doesn't it? But that's alright, we can do 2 batches, I don't mind that at all. In we go. Right, I'm going to put my air fryer on to warm up, and then we're going to... Right, it's in our air fryer now, and I've set it for 12 minutes. We'll have a look at it afterwards. I've got a spray bottle full of rice bran oil that I can spray onto it if we need to apply that. Let's just let it do its thing. Right, I'm having a cup of tea now while this cooks away, and I've got to say, the aroma coming out of this air fryer from this chicken cooking is just outstanding. If this turns out as well as I think it's going to, Anadi, I'm going to come round to your place and kiss you. No, I promise I won't do that. Right, I've had a look at this, and a little bit dry, so I'm going to, hang on one moment, I'm going to spray these with a little bit of oil, see if that can crispen them up a bit. The aroma is, oh god, you'll have to cook it to find out. Okay, that's not far off what we want. So let's turn these. What am I going to do with this one? That way around. That way around. Try not to lose any of that precious breading. I'm going to do the spray. That's worked really well. And rice bran oil has a very high smoke point, and almost no flavour, so that you're going to get the true taste of that marinade and the glaze once it's finished. So I'm not even sure with you. Here I am, tearing it away from your eyes. I'll put it back there till I finish talking. I'm going to pop that back in now for another 12 minutes on 195. This is quite literally the longest 5 minutes of my entire life. Okay, so that's what we're like after another 12 minutes. I'll get these out and I'll do the other 3, and then we'll come back and put the glaze on. Here we are out of the oven with the glaze on. We're just going to do a little bit of sesame seed action here. There we are, beautiful. Let's go and get my other plate, which has got the tasting stuff on it. Right, here's the messy part of it. I'm going to use this for tasting. Wow. Oh, oh. That's what I call flavour. Well, the recipe for this, hang on a minute, right, I'm back now. The recipe for this is in the description box, and I put a link to also to Anadi's website, which has a blow-by-blow written account of the method and the recipe itself. Thank you very much, Anadi. You did suggest I make this, and I have, and it's absolutely delicious. This would go great with rice or with steamed vegetables. Awesome. Okay, catch you on my next recipe. Bye bye.